Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to our movie club. Season 2024 continues. And we continue with the next episode of this, how it's called? Triangle, something. So how we call when we have a three of some?
Trilogy.
Trilogy. Well, thank you very much. So we continue with trilogy about this lady, Divergent. I don't know, Tris, right? How to explain it more. So today we have Insurgent or Insurgent. Insurgent. Which mean, as I understand, something rebellious. Is it correct? Insurgent?
Yeah.
Okay, let's learn why it's rebellious. Whoa, do we have anyone new on our cast list? I think Jack Kang, leader of Kender. We have not met him, right?
Johanna Reyes.
Leader of Amity, right?
Edgar also, I guess.
Yep. Faction, right? And I kind of surprised that factionless, they have a leader, right? I expected it will be a big mess, different gangs or something, but they have a leader. Interesting.
And
Evelyn, fourth mother, right? Okay. Edgar is leader of some factionless people, right? So factionless, they actually have different leaders and different gangs. Good.
Probably like a city gangs, the biggest gang is going to be the most feared.
Yeah. Yeah, but I understand they don't have any formal authority, right? So they don't have any kind of documentation, let's say, or hierarchy or something. So that's why it should be a mess.
Like Godfather, somebody just arose from ruthlessness.
Yeah, ruthlessness is a good word. Okay, let's start with the questions. Gerard, could you please help us with number one? And I have hints. If anyone wants, I have hints.
Okay, what is the situation at the start of this movie? Hints, who is in charge, who's the enemy? So Jeanine, the boss, the head of Erudite, is in charge of the city. And the enemy, according to her, are the Divergent.
Yeah. And why? How? What is the narration? Why Divergents are than the enemy?
Okay, she blamed the Divergent for this killing of the Amity people. But actually was her responsibility.
Yeah. I think it's a smart move, right? So just to get your sin and declare that someone else did it, right? So it's not me starting the war. It's Divergents. They started the war. They attacked Abnegation, right? And killed many people.
Yes.
Devils, Divergents.
The key is a Divergent doesn't fit into one of the 5 factions. So they're misfits. They don't belong anywhere. They make trouble. That's the idea.
Yeah. And it seems like people in this city, they trust the media, right? Or they trust what they told, right? So it's simple to kind of, what's the word? Propagate your narration, right? You just decide what is right, and they believe it.
You would think that Kandor would serve as the fact-finding committee and say, no, this is not true, but they don't seem to do that.
Yeah, strange. Why not? Yeah. Okay, let's go further. Sergey, could you help us with number 2?
Describe the mysterious box being inside by Jenny. Jenny found the box in the mothers of priests in the house, and they didn't understand what is it, but they investigated, and for the open this box, they need some types of divergents, because only divergents could open. And I like this next plot for identification with divergent about the percentage of the power of divergent, but they didn't know what is the information covers inside the box, but they wanted to know.
Yeah, it's a big kind of surprise, right? This box, the big. What's the word for this? I don't know, relevation, something, so some kind of enigma, right? So something that you have to solve, right? So this box. Can I use enigma?
Puzzle,
Puzzle.
enigma, puzzle, riddle, mystery. What's odd, if you think about it, you got this box that's important, but only a divergent, the enemy, can open it. Does that make sense?
No, not at all.
Maybe I misunderstand the purpose of a divergent.
Sergey, you make the same mistake as I do. So with this divergent, so it's not divergent, it's divergent, but it's very very hard for me to adapt. Divergent. Yeah, we
But
need
like diversity.
Diversity.
Yeah. GE and GI. When G's followed by E or I, 99% of the time it'll be a J sound.
Yeah.
Gent,
Yeah.
junt, divergent, insurgent. Okay.
Yeah. Sergey, do you know what does mean PA60? It's teacher Liv wrote in our chat.
I don't know. For me, it looks like WD-40.
Good answer, but no, and I have a chance, to advertise a little bit. So it's teacher Lee made a list of pronunciation aid, right? So kind of materials that you can learn and read everything correctly. So this one, it's number 16 in teacher Lee, 60 in teacher list.
Yeah. I forwarded a copy to the movie group.
Yeah. So we have a kind of learning materials if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay, so a box, a big enigma. I actually like the idea, right? That we have some kind of artifact that we need to solve. What is this? But in the movie, it doesn't seem logical to me, this box. So it could be just, just lost or something. It's just a small box. Okay, let's go to the next one, number 3. Leila, could you help us with number 3?
Sure. Where to run away, 3 and 4 hide out for a while. First, Johanna's the place, I think, and the second one is Evelyn's part, that the factionless people took them there, right?
Yeah, so
And
the first one was how it's called? Amity, right?
Amity, right?
Yeah, the Amity faction. They're like the farmers.
Well,
And Johanna is the leader, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, how would you describe their residence? Is it a good one?
I mean, it is, how can I say, cozy, not very luxurious, but I like it, simple.
Yeah, it seems so kind of peaceful, right?
Yep.
And it actually was my question. And later, during the Amity simulation, I kind of don't understand why we kind of put it together, farmers, and peaceful kindness. How it's connected? Leila, do you have any?
I don't know.
Because
I guess
yeah, teacher.
they're the providers of society. They provide comfort and things you need to be happy, I guess. So,
And also, teacher Lee, the farmers are not usually the ones who are the rebellious people.
yeah, true.
Yeah,
They're kind of like the mothers of society. They're the kindness, the nurturing.
Yeah. And also the lady there, Johanna, shows that, everything is very smooth, peaceful. I don't know. She suits there, that atmosphere. For example, Evelyn is the ambitious lady, and the place where they are hiding is not that good, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of still interesting for me. I myself never think about farmers like about something kind. I think like different, these people who kill animals, by their own hands, So half of the city boys cannot kill a cow, but for farmer, just a Monday.
Yeah, but they're killing animals only for food. They don't kill for fun like city people. City people go out there and shoot animals for no reason. Farmers only kill animals for food normally.
Yeah, good point. Good point. City boys kill for $5, right? So random. Okay, good point. Okay, so let's go to the next one, number 4. Vasant, could you help us with number 4? Vasant, are you with us? Okay, Vasant is muted. Nesma, could you help us with number 4, please?
Yeah, sure. Can I add a comment before answering this question?
Of course.
The point that you mentioned previously, saying that it's suspicious for the people in the 5 communities, 5 factions, believe in their leaders, like they are following them blindly. I guess because we have now truth serum, so the leaders must have been tested, maybe, and we can easily know who is telling the truth and who is not. So in this case, I guess, yes, I can believe that they have to do this, right?
Just because they're a leader doesn't mean they tell the truth. Look at Biden.
Yeah, but Nesma's idea that they have this serum, right? Serum of the truth, so they can test leaders from time to time.
Yeah, everybody actually, right?
Yeah,
that's why
Candor could.
The leader of Candor didn't believe at first that what was the name of Jeanine. It didn't believe that Jeanine was evil, because actually everybody in the leadership should be good, because maybe they were tested or something. Just a thought.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing, and I know that it's kind of try to enforce, right, in real life, because the power, where is the power? The power is in the leadership, right? And if leadership have to check, another leadership, it's immediately become what's the word for this? A cartel, right?
Loop.
So, and ordinary people, they just have to trust. We trust that you test, each other, and you both good people. But how can we check?
Yes.
We do have a truth serum in real life. It's called sodium pentyl. I don't know how effective, how reliable it is.
Wow.
Oh, Ivan.
I've heard about such, but I actually don't know how it works. In some article, it was written that it's make you
hallucinate, maybe.
Make you feel to share information, but I don't believe it. So how how it works, I don't know.
Even I read an article about it, and what I read is it triggers the nerve system, and also there are some senses that we make our brain motivate and start talking like that. The writer explains everything like that, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it makes you open to suggestion and more relaxed, where you kind of like being drunk. When you're drunk, you kind of say things you shouldn't say, right? Because your inhibition lowered.
Teacher Lee, there is one thing I couldn't understand a lot, because if they don't tell the truth, or if they resist telling the truth, they feel a lot of pain. How could it be possible?
In real life, we don't have that. That's science fiction right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually, these polygraph machines and lie detectors, for this moment, as far as I understand, it's already pseudoscience. So it's already kind of disproved that it works like 100% times. So if a operator train it well, then actually operator is more important than machine itself. So it's not if you do blind tasting, then polygraph does not work. It really depends on the case, on the operator, on the kind of examinator, and all those things.
Ivan, are
So
people using this polygraph?
Well, people.
Yes, the police do use polygraphs.
How trusts? I mean, can we trust it?
It's I would call it 85% reliable. It
Okay.
monitors your heartbeat and your breathing rate.
Yeah.
Okay.
And generally, if your mind tells a lie, your heart and your blood pressure subconsciously change a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
But some people can lying doesn't bother them, so they can lie and nothing changes.
I know someone.
Sergey, just 1 second. I will make one remark and give you a word. So, Leila, from scientific point of view, lie detector does not work. So it does not work kind of in a reproducible way. So you cannot reproduce this result. So from science point of view, it's pseudoscience. It does not work. But people in law, right, in policy enforcement, it's in documents, so people still use it. But think it about this way, we just had a vaccination that did not work, right? But doctors had to do it, right? Because it's a protocol. The same is for lie detector. It does not work, but it's in protocol, so people use it.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
If someone believes in the vaccine, yes, it works, they're going to pass the test. But if someone believes otherwise, they're going to pass the test. It depends on what you know in your mind.
Believe.
Yeah.
Sergey, please.
Yes, and as you know, I work for a huge metallurgical company, and in our huge company, we have a separate department of the polygraph aka lie detector, where our management, head management, top management send some people for testing before next step of the hierarchy, or if you think maybe you have some types of corruption, and a lot of people were fired after lie detector. But I agree with Ivan, maybe it's not a scientific, but in our company they unshiffred, unscripted this information from lie detector. He is live 100%, and after that they have the second meeting, and they asked him, please, could you tell us something interesting about your job, about your corruption schemes? And some people told about corruption scheme. And what do you think, which our top management do with these people?
Yeah, so in my opinion, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we should kind of treat lie detectors like homeopathy, For some people it works, but it's not scientifically proven.
Go ahead.
Next problem, and a lot of very professional specialists were fired. And now we have the problem with the professional specialists in our company because they went from our company because you have the corruption, and they now they are working for the other company.
Yeah. Can you imagine going to an annual performance evaluation with your boss at your company, and you go in and sit down, and he says, "I'm going to hook you up to a lie detector, okay?" Review. Talk about distrust.
Teacher Lee, but you're joking about this. You are joking about this, but Sergey has it in his company.
I can't believe it. I
Yeah,
can't believe it.
absolutely.
Wow.
Yes, in our company, it's absolutely serious, and a lot of people, a lot of people afraid it,
Yeah.
and include me because I read some stories about lie detector when people went from the lie detector absolutely unsealed, white, and I'm died now after that, but.
Yeah, but let me be kind of a devil advocate. You know, it's not like in every company in Russia. It's only in Sergey's company. It's a private company, and it's because this owner has some ideas. So it's not like people are sane in general. People not like this.
Scary, paranoid, man, paranoid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, Nesma, sorry for this interruption. It's only 15 minutes.
No worries.
So, yeah, please. Number 5.
Okay. Why do Tres and Four have to flee from their safe haven? This is because there were some bands led by Eric and Max. These bands came to hunt them down or to catch them. So that's why they had to flee and survive their life. How do they escape? They ran away and then they hopped in a train. They hopped in a train. They could escape, yes.
That's why I have a very important question for you, so because I cannot understand myself. So there is a train, right? So and they have to jump in the front of the train, right? And then jump on the train, right? So my question is, why cannot you jump on the train from this side without risking?
Because they are going to be clear targets for the Max and Eric.
But okay, but if this train, who drive from this forest and you don't see people, so where are people on the train, right? So you can deduct this.
Maybe the doors are on the other side. I don't know.
So, but I was surprised. Oh yeah, Gerard, please.
Yes, actually, Eric and Max were hunting Divergent. Do you remember? They had those devices to test people. So it was a coincidence that 3 and 4 were there. But I think who was the guy? Peter. Peter rats on them out. Peter,
Yep.
Yeah. He helped them, right? He helped them to.
I think it's Peter, the one that betrayed them.
Yeah.
Betrayed.
Yeah.
Not exactly. Just in the last scene, right? When he felt like they are going to escape without helping him. When Four said, "We are going to separate. We're not going to help you." So he said, like, "We're going to die, all of us."
Yeah.
Now.
Okay.
But at first, I don't think he informed about them. Maybe.
Yeah. That's why I have another question about the train. I love trains, so I cannot help, but I have questions about trains. So have you noticed that there were 2 railroads, right? So kind of 2 railroads, and train went with kind of on both of them at the same time. Yeah, have you noticed it? So it was not like a one train, but it was a connected kind of double-decker train for 2 roads in the same time. Probably we have a slide on it. Let me see. Maybe was something.
I didn't notice that. A double-decker train?
Yeah. Well, he used kind of, this railroads, they usually kind of for both directions, right? One in the one direction, another is another direction. So it's a pair.
Oh yeah.
But this trains, he used both of them. So it was kind of a wide train, 2-way. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Okay.
Yeah, so it was so strange, and it's only possible when you have one train, right, in one direction. So because it's kind of a signal for us that it's a rare event, these trains of what? I did not understand this.
Maybe the factionless, hijacked the train, changed its direction. I don't know.
Yeah, very
Told the goods.
In real life, normally we have one set of tracks, two rails, one, and normally trains can go both ways. The way we avoid collisions is it requires a computer to
Mhm.
track
Yeah.
where the trains are. And sometimes if you need to let someone come your direction, there will be a junction where the tracks in two and then later together. So you can go on one track and the other guy can go on another track and y'all can pass each other.
Yeah.
But the track has to be designed to have places where the track splits in two.
Yeah, you see, I just Google this scene, right? And we can see that it occupies kind of both ways. So there is a scheme. So not only me, people on the Reddit, ask why it's the same way. So they have one, how we call it, locomotive. So one kind of the one which driving, right? And it's kind of in the middle. And then we have two cargo, right? Strange idea. Yeah.
I didn't notice that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
I haven't noticed it either, you know. This is
Yeah.
our Ivan. You know,
I'm guessing it must be very heavy.
no, the thing is that I was so interested in the film that I just wanted it moving, you know, just, oh, what's going to happen next? So what about the train? Forget it.
Yeah,
That's a
but
good
for
point.
me, it was a kind of expected that it will be important somehow, because if you have a train like this, then it means that your road works only in one direction, right? So it can be
Ivan, I admire you. Thank you.
Maybe it's if it was a circle or an oval, you could do that, right?
yeah. But because you don't have a chance to have a kind of frontal train, so it's impossible.
In real life, trains do collide sometimes in movies, right? In movies, two trains will collide sometimes. Yikes.
Okay, thank you for tolerating my train questions. Let's go to the next one. Number 5. Lola, could you please tell us?
What happens on the train? They're fleeing. So they came into the train inside, and I don't know why, but 30 minutes later, the bad guys, factionless, come out.
A gang, right? A gang of factionless people.
Yeah.
They attacked it, right?
Mm-hmm.
For what reason? For what reason?
Because this is a factionless train.
Yes, this train is mine. God gave this train to me.
This song applies for everything.
Yeah, but there were no reasons, right? There were no reasons. Just this train is mine. That's all.
Yeah. I'm stealing this train. You go away. Go find your own train. Yeah.
Okay, so so Foe says that his name is Tobias Eaton. Why it's important?
Because he's a son from Evelyn.
Yep, Evelyn. Yep, exactly. And everyone knows his name, right?
Because they were looking for him.
Yeah, but it was kind of unexpected in the movie, right?
Yeah.
So when he said, "I'm Tobias Eaton," so my impression was, so what, right? Because we have not been introducing this name before, right? So it was pretty strange. Okay, so but did they survive the attack of this factionless gang? Yep. Why?
Because he said he's
Because they're well trained, So
Well, plus his mother is their boss.
yeah, it helps. Yeah.
I don't understand why they were like hiding 30 minutes.
Yeah, there was a kind of a gap, right? An interval before the before the attack. Yeah. Okay, let's see the next one. So, Gerard, could you help us with number 6 and probably 7?
Okay.
It's a short one. Yeah.
6. Who is Evelyn and what is her goal in life?
Yep.
So Evelyn is Tobias' mother, and she left her husband when Tobias was just 6 years old because how was the name of the husband? Marcus?
Marcus. Yes.
Marcus was abusive. So we understand that Marcus was abusive to her,
Mhm.
but she left her poor alone with an abusive father. So that was done nice. And she wants to reunite the factionless group with the Dauntless to overthrow Jeanine.
Yeah. And did she success to unite these factionless gangs to big force?
Eventually, but not immediately.
Mhm.
Before, what didn't agree with her.
She's building an insurgent force,
Sergeant force. Exactly. Yep.
recruiting.
So we don't know how it looks like. Tobias 4 knew that she was the boss of the factionless, but we don't know why or when did we know that.
Well, we know that there was not a contact between her mother and him, right? So because it was not mentioned in any way. Yeah.
She faked her death a long time ago. So Tobias 4 was left with his dad, Marcus, who reputation for beating the boy.
It's
So
a
maybe the boy ran away or disappeared. So yeah,
but it's a crazy story, right? It's a crazy story, like in many ways, you know. So let's say I'm a mother, right? And someone is and my husband beating my boy. So what do? I take my son, I go away, right? So it's
Yeah.
something logical. So I'm not faking my death, you know, leaving my son to this abusive man. So it's just crazy. Sergey?
it's strange. Yeah.
Evelyn, about a revolution, and I support the 4 because after the decision in his childhood, he doesn't know what's waiting from her, and when he told him, yes, we win, and we will kill some bad people, but 4 asked her after that, what do you plan to do after revolution? Because it's a cause question for all revolutionaries, and we met a lot of revolutionists who could very good speak and tell story about the good future after the revolution. We had the similar ways when earlier.
Yeah. Most of the time, revolution it's not for something; it's against something. Right? So
Yeah.
so
Now we're in control.
yeah. So why do we need revolution? Just to remove something, right? How we will survive after? It's a second question. Don't ask me, right? So we will figure this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. Okay, number 7, Sergey. Could you help us with number 7? Under location.
I remember the meeting with the Chinese or Japanese people. That I don't remember the.
Yeah. Okay. Let's ask Leila. Leila, could you help us with number 7?
Of course. I like Candor, first of all, because I don't know why, but he's cute, open-minded, and listen to them carefully. But at first, they couldn't agree with each other. Afterwards, about that serum, right, Ivan?
Yep. So,
When Tobias wanted to have the serum because he said, I don't have anything to hide. And he told them the truth, and Kander released them. And then, yeah, Tris had some problems, and she didn't want to talk about the things happened in her life. But unfortunately, she had to tell the truth. And she was released as well. But, you know, her friend Christina, whose boyfriend Chris killed, although he was about to kill her because he was under stimulation,
yeah.
Chris still felt guilty. And then Condor accepted them, right?
Yes, they let them go, right, without any kind of.
Yeah, because at first they attacked them. After this, they said, okay.
Yeah, there is one thing that I don't like about this truth serum, and Leila, maybe you support me or not, but you know, I thought about this a little bit, and the part I don't like that you have to ask questions after you make this injection. So do you remember that first they did the injection, then they asked like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
do you know? What do you know about this and that and that? I think it will not work. You know, let's say if you got someone, right? You just don't know what to ask. You just don't know what kind of secrets he or she has, right? That's the problem.
Remember in I, Robot with Will Smith,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you have to ask the right question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem with this truth serum. So maybe under this medication, kind of the person will tell you the total truth, but you don't know what to ask, right? So you asking about, so did you stole any money? No. Okay, let them go. I just killed, 500 people, but you did not ask me.
Yeah,
But
but
Ivan, yeah,
Go-
please.
in this case, Four told them Erudite is killing Abnegation. They want to take over the government. So is that true or false? So Kandor knows what to ask about. Is it true that Erudite is killing Abnegation to take over the government? Oh, no, I made that up, or, oh, yes, it's true. They know what to ask about in this case. Yeah.
The most interesting part about this, Tobias first tells them that he joined Dauntless, but then because he fell in love with Chris, he decided to join the Factionless. That's it.
Well, I think it's a little bit different. So he was about to leave Dauntless and became functionless, but because Tris arrived to Dauntless, he wanted to stay more. So I think it's...
You're right.
Yeah. And another thing about this truth serum that I don't like, so sometimes you ask people and people tell you the truth, like what they know, but it's not necessarily the truth itself, right? So it's just what they believe to. So,
Okay.
right? So if I tell Vova, some lie, and Vova will go to this kind of candor, he will just repeat what he knows, but it can be lie still. So that's why I'm not concerned that it's the best way for justice.
Well, you could follow up with, do you have proof? Do you have evidence?
Yeah.
No. Yes, I have evidence, blah, blah, blah. So you could ask follow-up questions, but you're right. It's, do you believe you're telling the truth? Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm saying just this truth serum, it's not kind of a 100% solution. It's just another tool, in this investigation. Right. And I don't think it's kind of make huge difference because people, don't know the truth most of the time. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we covered this. So, and Leila, you like candor, right, people? Because they are calm, they are...
Yeah. Which group, which faction does he belong to? Or which faction? I don't remember. The kindness? I don't remember.
Amity, the kindest, yeah. the farmers, right? Amity was the kind.
No, I'm looking at my notes. Just a second. The candid, unselfish, the honest.
Abnegation.
Candor were honest. Yeah, candor.
Right.
Candid, they tell the truth. They're open.
Yep.
They're transparent.
Yeah. Okay, let's move. Nesma, could you please help us with number 8?
Yes. How does Peter help Jen and capture trust? He said that we're going to play on her humanity. So they had a plan to manipulate some of the people to make them suicidal. And before this, they should tell her a message that that everybody should turn over trust. Otherwise, lots of people will die. So this actually worked well with Tress, and she could turn herself in.
Yeah, so he knew her kind of ideas, right? Her personality, and he played on this, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Peter was a bad guy, right?
Yeah.
He used to be their
No.
friend.
At first.
Yeah, he changed
first, right.
sides. Yeah.
A traitor, right? I don't like this. Yeah. Gerard, number 9 is the most kind of complex question, I think. Moses, can you take it? And we have
Let me
hits
see.
here. Gerard, can you help us with number 9? So let's
So,
think
the final
about the
scene.
themes. Yeah.
The scout passes the final sim, Amity, to open the end.
Previous one, number 9. So dauntless, candor, erudite, abnegation. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, we have hints here. We have hints.
Okay. Okay, I remember the house the flying house with his mother inside, and
Yeah.
the house was on fire, and she had to climb. You know, it was very, very, very difficult, but she eventually came in the house and hugged her mother.
Mm-hmm.
It passed. Okay, this is the first test. And the sim which she confesses to him as a mother, she's scared. Okay, she's scared all the time, but just wishes to be safe again. I don't remember this.
Yeah,
And
actually.
4 appears.
Yeah, but do you remember? So I don't know what I like it the part when she kind of let go Peter, right, and pass abnegation test like in 1 second, right? So I like it this part.
Yeah, some were very quick. Yeah, very quick.
Yes, Peter, yes.
Yeah.
So they tested her courage to save her mother in the burning building. They tested her honesty in confessing. They tested her ability to see reality. This isn't real, bullshit, and it went away. And then they tested her ability to forgive. Okay.
This forgiveness, I think it's it would be not easy one. Nesma, what do you think?
I have a question here. Do you think that forgiving Peter here goes along with the personality that we are used to see from Tress along the movie? She was, she was chasing after revenge, and she was so easy to get angry and stuff like that. She could kill easily and attack people as they get her angry. So she would let go of Peter like that easy.
Remember Will? Will was the friend of her boyfriend, and even when he was about to kill her, she's like, "Don't do it! Don't make me do it! Don't do it, Will!" And she had to kill him, but she didn't want to kill him, even though he was about to kill her.
Yeah.
She still resisted. So yeah, she's kind of a namby-pamby. She likes to forgive. Yeah.
But as for, when Peter was talking to her and he just mentioned her parents and stuff, she was about to kill him.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. She has a
But
temper.
this is her weak point, her parents.
Mhm.
I
I
think.
mean, she's not the personality that gives me the impression that she's forgiving and kind.
Yeah.
And
I know what
She
you're saying.
treats people. She treats people very well at first. I don't know.
Well, you know, I think it's not a weak. Do we call this weak point? We call it soft point, right? Something that you can be manipulated with, right? The soft one. And you know, I think my impression about why she kind of let go Peter, it's because he was not armed. He was helpless. So I think that's the reason. So she kind of, I don't know. My impression
was he armed when they were having lunch? Was he armed? I don't think so.
Mhm. Yeah.
Maybe she figured out that this was a test.
Well, you know, it's well, if she can kind of control the test, it means the test is useless, right? Because if you
Yeah.
don't believe it, you can fake your behavior in any way, right?
Yeah.
But maybe her divergent nature kind of let her come up with an unorthodox solution that looked like that
Yeah.
faction, you know. Yeah, who can say?
So we are not divergent, right? So that's why we don't understand. That's the problem. Okay. Number 10. I forgot whose turn is this. Sergey, could you help us with number 10? So final sim, Amity.
Last simulation was the Amity and Tris tried to fight with herself, and I don't, I, I didn't remember the whole activity because it was a lot of activity. But they fight, but after that they started to be kindless and okay, it's finished. But it's my impression.
But I think it was a kind of a test that you can actually stop the fight, right? That you can be kind. So you was, let's say, in anger, right? In anger, you tried to kill someone, and then somehow you became kind and and surrender. I don't understand.
Ivan, but I can understand that Nesma is right now.
Yeah.
She changed.
He understood that it's a simulation, right? A changed behavior, you mean?
Changed behavior. She left her bedside, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one point to remember or to consider is she was a divergent, which meant that she was dauntless, erudite, and
Abnegation.
abnegation. So she was only 3 factions, and
Mhm.
yet she could still pass Amity and Candor. Yeah, wait a minute.
She's talented, right? What we know, she's the one.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we are close to the end. So, Vova, when the mystery box is open, number 11.
When the mystery box is opened, what are its contents? It was a recording,
Message, right?
a message, some of some leader outside the wall,
Mhm.
and that this city was made like an experiment,
Like an experience, exactly.
and the divergents are actually the the important,
Mhm.
the most important.
Yeah, so message was a little bit contrived, but we learned a few facts. First of all what we see is experiment, right? There is a life outside the city, and it's a kind of not only city survived in this war or whatever it was. And the next fact was that the experiment was to prove that divergence are important for survival, right?
Yes.
So if you've got one divergent from your city of 1 million, you've succeeded. Oh, come on.
Yeah, and experiment for 200 years, really? So, and
yeah.
okay, that now experiment is ended, and we found, okay, we proved that divergence are important. Okay, what is the practical consequences? What we are going to do now?
Next movie.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
A little bit weak in that plot point. Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't like this part at all. So I mean that I see it like a huge kind of breaking for the story. You know, they could not kind of connect the ends to understand why we need diversions. Okay, we just need them. We just need them for future survival. But it's a good part that we learn that they are not alone on the planet, right? It's a good part.
Mm.
Plus, the city itself was killing Divergent. The experiment kind of failed to me. They didn't recognize Divergence as a good thing. They recognized it as evil. So
Yeah, interesting. And how, well, yeah, so many questions. So they kind of invented this factionless idea. How they supported this idea for 200 years, you know? So for 200 years, you know, Roman Empire has changed. So everything is changed. And still, you know, people follow these 5 factions and sounds strange.
yeah, it took Erudite 200 years to figure out they wanted to be the boss.
Maybe they're not so bright as they seem, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so the worst part of this movie. Okay, let's see the last 2 questions. So, Leila, could you help us with number 12?
People have started to feel a hope.
Mhm.
Everybody and just wanted to see what is beyond the walls of the city, what is there. And also,
What do you think?
Jeanine, I
Yeah.
think, is very angry. And yeah, go ahead, please, my friend.
And Jeanine tried to hide the truth, right? But it's she
Yeah,
was.
yeah. But I'm so sorry, Chris and Tobias succeeded.
Yeah.
So
Well,
everybody can listen to what is recorded there.
well, what do you think about feeling of these people in the city? Are they happy now? Are they kind of sad? Do they have hope? So what happens with them?
Even if I were one of them,
Yeah.
I could say, okay, now freedom. Two, what can see beyond the walls? It's a curiosity, right? And I don't like restrictions a lot, so I will feel happy.
Well,
But
yeah, it's
the
interesting, Leila, that you
people
mentioned.
there,
You know,
yeah,
it's very
the
interesting because
people,
I myself, I would not be happy. You know, I would say, okay, so someone put me there for 200 years, you know, and my family and everyone for a stupid experiment. So give me my gun, you know, and I will figure out who did this.
yeah, but the thing is that you and I, we are different, you know. So you're right in a way, right? But at that moment, I may think like that.
I guess, I see. Nesma, would you agree with me, right? So we should punish them, right? All this.
100%. I would sue them. If I am so peaceful, I would just sue them. I would feel so angry. I was locked here. Some of us were killing the others, and some of us were homeless, and the others were suffering for no reason. And now what? What is the result? Are we now ready to go join the world in this mess? That's insane. I would kill them all.
Yeah, so we can see that people can have kind of different feeling, right, about
Yep.
about this message.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
Okay,
Actually, I want to add something very fast
please.
about Peter. Peter is exactly the type of people that I really hate because he doesn't care about what's good and what's bad. he likes good people if they are good to him. He hates bad people if they are bad to him. So he serves a master. Like he's just he doesn't care about the greater good of the society. He doesn't care. He doesn't have principles. He's just doing what's right for him, not for people. That's
Yeah.
so selfish and mean.
Chichlev wrote follows the wind's direction, and it's a very kind of kind way to say this, because in my language we say it's very rude. We say it's something bad that follows river direction, or something flows in the river. So, okay, anything else we forgot? Jar, what do we forgot important? Yeah.
No, I like the fact that the factionless group weren't so useful, you know? We thought they were just bombs, useless, they can do nothing, but actually they were well organized and they could do anything, you know? They had just a factory, they built weapons, they were able to, you know, to be like the Dauntless with an army.
Yeah.
So I like that, because at the beginning we see the factionless, oh, look like bombs, useless, but they are not so useless.
Yeah,
Well,
Jart, it's
They're not homeless, they're just factionless.
it's a valid point, I think, Jart. So you know, so they are kind of actually they made this revolution, right? So 3 and 4, they got the message. That's all. Revolution was made by factionalists, right? So they kind of they protected, they kind of get the power from Jeanine. So they did all the work. That's all to say.
Yes, and they saved the society.
Yeah. Okay, so how does the move end? What is the hook for the next episode? Sergey, what is the hook? So
We saw 2 hooks. One hooks. A lot of people want us to show, want us to see what's the interest in above the wheels, above the borders.
outside, yeah.
Outside. And the second hook, one lady killed or not killed, I don't know, Jeanine.
Yeah.
And they had before killing short conversation, and Jeanine, I don't want to see what's outside, and you will not see it.
So my question is to the whole group: are we curious to to see the next series? What is outside the wall?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. That's my Leila. What about you?
Sorry.
Do you want to know what is outside the wall?
Of course,
Should we watch the next episode?
for sure.
So it's like the universe. The city is the earth, and they've discovered that there's life beyond the earth. What will it be like? What do they know? How smart are they? What technology do they have? Will they help us? You know, it's a big discovery for them.
Yeah. Can imagine. Okay, so then next week, next episode, then, right? So we will meet. What is the name of the next episode?
Something start with allegation.
Allegiant.
Allegiant.
And what is the allegiant? And what is the interpretation? Is it from Alien or
Allegiance is loyalty.
loyalty? Wow. So at least I learned 3 new words from this episode.
The liberals called Trump an insurgent. He tried to overthrow the government on January 6th.
Yeah, what a man, what a man. Okay, let's, if we don't have more questions, let's make some slides maybe. Vova, could you help us with this slide? And we can see this train, you know. I was looking for the picture of the train, but we can see it.
Yeah, a double train. Okay, side by side, a double train. Okay.
Double train, exactly. Vova, please.
There's a famous a train.
Okay, well, let me help you. I will ask questions, right? So train is staying on the railroad, right? So we can see rails, right? A metal thing. How called the wooden thing under the train rail?
I don't know.
I don't know it. Usually, how it's called this wooden thing that you know, this wooden props that hold the rail?
I think we call them ties.
Ties. Okay, good.
I think we call them railroad ties. I don't know why we call them ties, but
Yeah. Well, do you see this kind of what is on the bottom of this picture? How it's called? Do you know? It's kind of a grass, right? But it's a dry grass.
Mhm.
And what is the name?
call it hay.
Hay. Wow, hay. So to feed the horses, right? To make a kind of a carpet for animals, right? So we put them on the floor as well, as far as I remember.
We have a saying, make hay while the sun shines. That's kind of like strike while the iron is. You only have the daytime to make hay, to cut down the hay and harvest it and put it in a pile to work. So to make hay, you've got to do it during the daytime. So we say, make hay while the sun shines means now's the time to do it. Don't do it at the wrong time. Do it at the right time.
Yeah, about priorities, right?
I'm sleeping. Get up. Make hay while the sun shines. Don't sleep during the daytime. Make hay.
Yeah. That's exactly what I hate about being farmer. You know, you cannot postpone your work for tomorrow. You know, you have to do it today. Sergey, I see
You
your.
have to make hay
right?
while the sun shines. Yep.
Yeah, Sergey, do you have a question?
I want to add about this picture. This picture showed us the old simple world. And the one side we can see the Amity with the grass, horses, and simply tools without laser screens, touch screens, and on the other hand, we can see erudites with touch screens, with internet, with the fast information, with a lot of some progressive devices. But why we have the 5 groups and we have the erudites groups? Please, could you help the stupid Amity to improve their tools?
I see your point. So make a tractor, right? Give us a tractor.
Yeah. I thought about tractors.
And you know, we had a big farmer strike in Germany recently, and I had a chance to see a kind of a real German tractor. And you know, it looks like a spacecraft now. So there are so many monitors and everything and air conditioning, you know, and something like this. So I understand what you're asking about. Yeah.
Yeah, so someone showed a video of a device that went through an orchard of trees, and these flying drones are picking the apples.
It's actually new thing for me to understand, but farmers use drones like, you know, more than military, you know, for fighting pesticides and many things. You know?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, something unexpected.
Higher tech than society is. Yeah.
Okay. Leila, could you please help us with this picture?
If I'm not wrong, Chris, Tobias, Peter, and Caleb came to Johanna's place, Amity, and Peter made her angry, talking about her parents, and she attacked him with a knife. But Tobias prevented her from stabbing him. And the other people just stood up because they're not used to just seeing fights, I guess.
Yeah.
It's open space. I can see trees and wooden tables. Everything is so simple, but I like this place, as I told you before. And it's a kind of what do you call it, teacher Lee? A kind of cage, or it's
I-
not good words.
I have seen a word dome. I don't know how can you use it. A dome.
It's a dome framework, but there's no walls
Okay.
to it. Yeah, it's an I would call it an open air dome.
Mhm, mhm. Well, have you noticed that they put a tree inside, right?
Yeah,
and
they don't cut the tree. You know, in some villages in my country, they don't want to cut the tree, but they can just build something there.
yeah.
So I'm familiar with it.
Yeah. But I think the only reason for this dome to be, to be high,
Right.
it's this tree, because they don't have a second floor or nothing on the top. It's just, for the
So
tree.
do you think they are going to climb the tree to be on the second floor? I think could be just because of sun. I don't know, but they don't want to cut the tree. This is what I'm thinking.
I think I have seen this name before. The teacher Lee shared Yggdrasil. I don't know how to pronounce
I
it.
don't know either. Yggdrasil. I don't know. Yeah.
I think I have seen it, but I never use it. It's a tree, actually.
I think that the tree of life. We have an expression, the tree of life.
Yeah.
In the Bible, in the Garden of Eden, there was one tree, right, that had these wonderful apples, and that was the forbidden tree. You couldn't eat from that one tree. In Avatar, the trees were like old souls of knowledge and wisdom.
I will choose you.
Yeah, a lot of times we'll choose one tree to be the tree of life or the tree of wisdom, so this is their one tree that they worship.
Yeah, but I think it's a powerful message, right? So this tree, people always think about tree like a nature, right? So you can see it. It's a nature. Yes, thank you, Leila, very much. I like it that you bring this word dome here. Because, teacher Lee, do you know that in German, they always call this word dome kind of big cathedrals, big churches. If it's kind of circle on the top, they call it a dome, right?
Yeah.
But if teacher Lee hadn't written that dome, I couldn't use dome because I know dome, but I didn't understand what it was.
Yeah.
So dome.
Yeah. It's a hemisphere. It's like half of the earth, half of we call it a dome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nesma, could you please take this picture?
I can see destruction. I can see a very a doomed city, and Tress was trying to help her mother here in a room filled with fire. The room was on fire here. What else? Dark skies, like there is no hope. That's all I get.
Yeah, I would say that it's a kind of a box made of concrete, right? It's a kind of a cell that we used to build these buildings, these huge buildings. And Nesma, can you see the difference between this picture and, let's say, kind of this picture, right? So colors, people, everything, So this is life,
Contrast.
right? And this is a death, right? It's exactly
I can feel. Yeah.
And talk about reality. You're in a simulation where this room is floating through the air. What the hell?
But that's exactly my feeling when I move, from the center of Berlin to my, small village. So I have the same.
I have a negative feeling about the picture, although it looks very warm. No, the second one, the other one, with people eating. The other one.
Yeah, this circle things. Can you see the circle things? It's kind of a satellite antennas, right? I think so. On the left,
satellite dishes, maybe. I don't know.
dishes, yeah, exactly, dishes, satellite dishes. So something, but there is no civilization, as we know, right? And Nesma, sorry, I interrupted you.
Sorry. I was just trying to say that the other picture gives me the impression that of worm life, although it is very, very primitive, that they don't even have walls. Their houses are made of wood. They eat outside.
But
They were
they,
very weirdly.
yeah, but they're children
the
of the
other wo-
nature, you know, children of the nature. They don't need walls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even they lived in the streets. I think I was watching a scene like this.
Weird.
Tris was sleeping in a street or something.
Yeah.
On the other hand, the other picture is kind of this city was civilized, very civilized, but doomed.
Mhm.
So a contrast between the two pictures.
Yeah, and
Bomb.
I see this the same way. You know, I'm an urban boy. I like cities. I like megapolises. But sometimes, you know, I think we're going in the wrong direction. So this megapolises, it's not something, you know, to live to like a place for living, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last one for today, Sergey, what is going on?
It's a test. It was a test inside the room, and test for simulation, test of simulations, and she passed four four simulations, and we can see clean room with a big mirror, and Jenny, and some wires from the floor. It's maybe it's a test sensors and the connection with the internet, connection with the simulation.
Mhm.
On the floor we can see big circle. It's a device which sends these wires, and the out on the ceiling on the floor we can see circle with the small holes. I think it's a device for utilization wet or blood.
Body utilization, right? Or liquids, right?
Yes. But I thought about blood and wet.
Okay. And you did not mention this box, Sergey, on the right. It's the you know, the key of the book.
I wanted to. It looks like this room looks like a museum, the modern museum, and we can see some performance, and we can see artifact, and we put some
Light, yeah, light and focus, attention. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and Jenny in blue dress looks like not natural for this room.
Mm-hmm. Too human, right? Too human. She should wear some kind of white robe or something. Yeah?
I'm surprised she wasn't wearing red.
Yeah.
Power color.
Yeah. Okay, and the last one, the message, you know, random lady tells us that you all are experiment, and it's actually hologram, I think. Can we read what is written here? Message.
Protecting decrypted message.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Projecting. Probably it's projecting.
projecting. Projecting
Yeah.
decrypted message. Okay.
Oh, good. Okay. Good.
We are from the government, and we're here to help you.
Exactly the case. Exactly the case. We divide you to the 5 factions, and everything will be fine. Just follow the order. Okay. Thank you very much for discussion. Thank you very much for everything. See you on the next week. Yes, Sergey?
Thank you.
Can we watch the last movie about Zeus, guys?
Yeah. For the next week, we taking the next episode of this trilogy. Trilogy or trilogy? Yeah.
Trilogy.
Yeah, trilogy. For next movie. Next week, see you all, and we will learn what is allegation or alleged. Legion.
A legion, yeah. If the outside government is really here to help or not, we'll find out.
I doubt it. I doubt it. Something will go wrong, I think. Bye, bye, bye. See you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.